So you guys were one. I'm hearing a lot of you guys wanted a theme song shortened. So here we go. This girl reviews movies, games, and books. Sometimes she plays them. So does that? And when she does it with the cat, does that make her crazy? Does that make her crazy? Probably. So it's shorter. There you go. Crazy Cat Lady Gamer Reviewer or Martha Butler does not own any trailers or pictures. I use them under fair use, educational, for education and entertainment purpose. Okay, hi everybody, Martha here. So we finally finished this book, Warrior Spirit, Warrior Cat, Warrior Spirit, which the another novella book. This one has to do with Petalshine, Tree, and Mothwing. I started the next book, Veil Shadows, but I've not finished it yet. I was like reading these ones better before I read the regular books. Because you get like learn stuff about the past and learn stuff about like people's individual cats' backstories, and that's what I want to learn before I move forward and learn about the past before I go forward. Better to know your past than to know your future. Because if you don't know your past, you're doomed to repeat it. Well, it's not like these guys are not doomed to repeat it or forget things, but anyway, out of the three out of the three, the one I liked the most was Mothwings. So we're gonna go this in order, and then I'll explain to you why, and then I would say Trees, then Petalshine. So they kind of told it backwards. So I kind of had a feeling I would like Mothwings the most. So here we go. So let's start with Petalshines. And then I'll read the last page for you guys. So Petalshine's about like when she got separated from SkyClan, and up to the point she gets killed by the car, and then she gets separated by and then Violet Shine and Twig Branch both get separated by her, and they both go their separate ways, and we know what happens to those two. So Petalshine is like trying to get to trying to get back to the main group, and I'm trying to get down to the mountains, but doing it on her own, and the fact she's pregnant is not easy. So she has to like rest a lot, and she like meets three other cats who like thought to give her who asked to give her space, and you know what's going to happen in this story, so it's kind of pointless, because we know that she's just going to end up dying here, so I just thought the story was a little bit pointless, but I don't know, I guess it's nice to see how Trig Branch and Violet Shine get to where they're at, where they get found by Needletail and Adderheart, but Olderheart, but but when you know the main character is gonna die, and it seems kind of pointless to me that the fact that we're getting told the story that we know that she's just gonna get hit by a car at the end of the story, basically, and her kittens will remain. So, and it's not that very long either. Mostly these things are only like 9 or 10 chapters, and we have a cat in here named Bug. You guys are like, Bug. I thought Egg was bad. No, Bug is the new bad. So let's read we find the last page.
to this one. So even though I found this one kind of pointless, it was still okay. And she learned that before she died, what her kittens are gonna do, because out of all the cats, we got to see Micah, the first medicine cat of SkyClan, talk to her and tell her what her kittens are gonna meant to do and meant to get rid of Darktail in the future and help bring SkyClan to the forest. So here we go with the last chapter, the last page of this book, which only has 88 pages. Even she could picture Hawkwing still near the morning scene, the monster camp, Bellad waiting for her to return with her kids, or fantasy searching wide stretches of the territory, through two lake places among the Thunder Pass, and hoping that he might find her. She always believed that she and Hawkwing would grow old together, proudly watching over their kids, growing up and raising their own kids. Now she had to let go of that dream, all part of it, or part of it anyway. She would never again be with Hawkwing, not the way she wanted to be. But nothing would stop her from watching over her newborns. She remembered what Micah said. She wouldn't follow the path that of her warrior ancestors. No, she would strike out on her own path and just head on her own journey to begin with with Chicken Monster. But now and then she knew on the right path she chose her kids and chose two young cats who were deeply connected to her destiny and destined her clan. I may never get to see my former home again, but I live at the grout and I never sleep surrounded by my clanmates. She thought, and yet I am home. This is my home now. Wherever we are, I am right here. She whispers again to her kids, I promise to stay with you. So they don't really show Hurricane her coming to her wounds. So the next story has to do with Tree and how he did not want to leave the sisters yet at all either. But his name started out with Earth, but he didn't want to leave because he believed that he would not be able to take care of himself, defend himself. But you know how the sisters were. They don't like to have males around for too long because even though they have kittens, they're kind of like their version. They're kind of like this versions of nuns, but with kittens. So they're all sisters together, and they force their males to leave, and so they can roam about and never come back, and they find one male to mate and bring more kittens. But only females get to stay. So, I mean, there was a few of them that were nice to Tree, like Silver, like Hawk, who was actually who defended Tree from the fox when he froze, and when he has to leave, he meets this other cat named Root, who adopts him kind of, and which we know now where Tree named Rootpaw after, and was this cat, and so, and he protected Tree until he died. He was killed by a fox, and he also, these stories kind of connect the Petalshine and Tree, because even though it's not mentioned in Petalshine's story, it's mentioned in Tree story that he finds um, Petalshine before she has her kittens, and he helps her when a fox attacks her and helps keep her safe until I'm not sure when this happens because I think she has like the kittens before she has the kittens like for the very end. So I think this happens before like probably like the last two chapters. So it's not really specific where they meet, but I always thought like since the sisters are not too far away from the clans, that means that Petalshine was pretty close to before she got hurt, or she got killed. So and yeah, so this one was okay. So I didn't find it useless because it helps like how we find out where he got the name Root from, and how he got the way he was, where he just doesn't. He's not really a fighter. That's why he mostly doesn't like to go straight to fighting. He'd rather talk his battles out than fight. That's why he's a good. That's why he's able to tell people to not fight, to talk it out. So, mediator. So let's read this last page for you guys. Like Root had a few moments before, Tree glanced over the trees. The sun was light down in the horizon, shining a pale, clear violet through the remaining storm cloud. Sometime think about the beauty of the scent made Tree heart lift hope. A friendship you choose for sometimes you strong than kinship. Root, he said, surely somewhere there's another cat who could touch Tree's heart. Some cat who could make carrying worth the risk. For the first time since Root's death, Tree's heart began to fill with excitement, and the whole future was out there, towards the horizon. He could go anywhere he liked. And someday, maybe another cat would walk beside him, which was Petalshine. So, yeah. And then the next one has to do with Mothwing, and I like this one the best because I like the fact that even though they did not mention Tadpole in the first in the new prophecy book because he wasn't they didn't create him then. It's nice to see when they reference him, and I think the reason why so it mentions that the reason why Mothwing wanted to be medicine cat because of him, because she wasn't able to save him, but she wanted to make up for it by maybe saving any cat that she could, basically. And we already know the reason why she doesn't believe in Star Clan, because she's mad at the fact that they let Hawk Frost put the Mothwing down there and basically use her and abuse her during some of her time. Like, I don't know basically what changed his Hawk Wing, but because he was so nice until they got there basically. He wanted, and I guess it's because he probably was he wanted to just prove himself, but he let Tiger Star get to him and let where he ends up being just like his dad, the bad side. So, I mean, he did do something. He was a good warrior up until like the moment he wanted to be leader, and so and Mothwing knew, like had a feeling that he was going to go down this path. Because even when she got and when they went to the chapter where he dies, she said he would do that. So basically, and so she's not, and she didn't like the fact that. And so we also see a Mudfur in this after he goes to StarClan and after everything that happens at the last battle. And he tells her, just because we didn't have a choice not to pick you, we still like the fact that you got picked. Because you have been a good medicine cat nonetheless. Even though you do not had a hard time believing in us. And you found out like that we abandoned you when you found out everything that Hawk Frost did to you. And stuff like that. And we do not make mistakes. So even though I'm not sure she does, she has to believe in them still, because she's seen them. She's seen StarClan, but I know she just feels like they betrayed her. So, but hopefully she'll learn to trust them. So let's read the last page. It was Mothwing and Willowshine trained and skilled that saved Willow Petal for a moment or so. Resentment snapped like a claw at on her heart. Never since she shook off her pelt, shocked out of pelt, and she let go of anger. She let her anger go. Rather, StarClan had helped them or not. Petal Fur would be healed, and that's what mattered. Calmly, she followed her patients towards the medicine den, and then bend the right direction. She stayed with Frost and River Clan all those moons ago, and brought her to United of the Clan. Has been the right choice, and asked Mudford to train her. This is exactly what I should be. I belonged in the Medicine Cat Den, and I belonged in River Clan. Mothwing had a clan, and she would be safe every cat that she could. So, it was a good book. One being useless, I don't know, the other two weren't, so I'm gonna give this one, at least, not like, that book that we shall not name. There's none of that in these ones. But, in this novella. But, it's good. I'll give this novella a 7 out of 10. Because one did not need to be told, but the other two did. So, I'll see you guys later. And next time we do a book review will probably be for Veil of Shadows. And so far, it's okay. And can't wait. We already know. We have a feeling who it is, but I'd rather talk about the book once I finish it. So, bye.